Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action here at the Staples Center. Once again, presented to you by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated and being sponsored by Geico. This bout, 10 rounds for the NABF Junior Super Lightweight title. Supervisor Craig Hubble. Our three judges at ringside are Fernando Villarreal, Pat Russell, and Rudy Barragan. At the sound of the bell, the man in charge of the ring, referee Thomas Taylor. Introducing first, the man standing in the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing red with white trim. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 139.5 pounds. In his 45th pro bout with an outstanding pro record of 40 victories against only 4 losses, with 28 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former super lightweight champion of the world from Denver, Colorado, Mile High, Mike Alvarado. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing Laker purple and gold, he weighed in at the limit of 140 pounds. He enters the ring, an undefeated pro with 20 victories, 7 of those victories coming by way of KO, making the first defense of his NABF Junior Super Lightweight title. From South El Monte, California, Arnold Barboza Jr.
Belt line's good here, belt line's good here. Guys, got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times, listen to my commands. Touch them up, back to your corner, gentlemen.
Chris, sometimes you look up and down a fight card trying to find where the fireworks are going to come. And when I looked at this fight card, Mike Alvarado, Arnold Barboza Jr. penciled that one in for the potential of fireworks here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, anytime you got a Mike Alvarado fight, you've got the potential for fireworks. He's 38 years old. He's been in wars, but that punch does not go away. And Mike has got heavy hands. He can punch with both hands. I know he's going to look to show that power tonight against the young and very able Arnold Barboza Jr.
Barboza in the Lakers purple and gold, fighting in front of his hometown crowd, defending for the first time his NABF Junior Super Lightweight title against the veteran, 38-year-old Mike Alvarado. Alvarado coming off a win in October against Robbie Cannon, where he scored 2 knockdowns against Cannon in the second round before that fight was stopped. And Barboza last fought in December, a unanimous decision 10-round victory against Manuel Lopez. Barboza highly regarded. He's the number 4 prospect according to the WBO at 140 pounds. But Alvarado comes in with a wealth of experience. The former WBO junior welterweight champion has been in some wars, as Chris mentioned, notably against Brandon Rios and Juan Manuel Marquez. These two fighters also very familiar with one another, as Barboza served as a sparring partner for Alvarado in the lead-up to Alvarado Marquez. Barboza has come along as a professional in his own right, 27 years old. A 5-year pro out of South El Monte, California, the former football player, football star at South El Monte. Dropped quite a bit of weight from his playing days in the backfield for South El Monte High School as a fullback, where he weighed in at 210 pounds, now slim at 140 going against Alvarado.
Mentioning the wars of Alvarado, you forgot about the very dangerous Ruslan Provodnikov.
Yes. You know that guy pretty well, right?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
You know, I wanted to leave that out there. I was seeing you trying to bait you into it.
Oh, you got me. Anytime you fight that man, you're in a war.
Freitas Prescott as well against Alvarado, a great fight. And when you say an Alvarado fight, what does that conjure for you?
Wars. Wars and big punches. Mike is a big puncher. He's got a lot of knockouts. He can end a fight at any time, and he's often in there with punchers. He's not tonight. He's in with more of a boxer in Barboza, but so far we're seeing that. We're seeing Barboza using his length, using his jab, tying Alvarado up when he gets close, moving him, but also letting his hands go and landing some good punches. So
the question is, at 38 years old, does Alvarado still have what it takes to fight at a championship level?
This is a classic crossroads fight. We've got the 38-year-old veteran, and we've got the young up-and-coming. prospect hoping to be contender. And, you know, we see who goes on from here and who takes a slide down.
Barboza, trained by his father, Arnold Barboza Sr., a pro Barboza crowd here at the Staples Center in his hometown.
Time right there.
Good round for Barboza. He boxed very, very smart, and he's got the right idea by going to Alvarado's body early. Sap some of that power out of the 38-year-old veteran.
See the corner from Barboza Jr., his father, leading the way. His dad was actually a pro kickboxer, but stopped that career when Junior was 6 years old so that he could train his son. See Alvarado's corner, speaking Spanish, Humberto Aguilera.
Be a little more aggressive, all right? All right. He showed you everything he had nothing more.
Check that, speaking English.
Don't let him build no momentum. Don't let him
Language I know.
establish combinations. There's nothing, okay?
You mentioned a crossroads fight, Chris, for Mike Alvarado, but a bit of a crossroads fight for Barboza as he continues his undefeated career, because this is an opportunity to showcase himself against a former champion as he vies for championship fights at 140 pounds. And I know he has his eyes set on WBC title holder Jose Ramirez.
Oh yeah, absolutely a huge step up for Barboza, and a win here catapults him into contender status.
Big right uppercut to start the second round for Barboza, who is defending that junior super lightweight NABF championship. Alvarado has won his last 6 fights after losing 5 in a row that many thought might end his career. He took a 14-month layoff in 2015 and early 2016 before returning in March of 2016, where he's now rattled off 6 wins in a row.
Barboza looking very sharp in these first 2 rounds. Really landing uppercuts at will on Alvarado, who's just coming forward, wading in, getting hit. But we've seen this from Alvarado before. You mentioned Brady's Prescott, who was winning all of the 8 or 9 rounds that the fight was going, and Alvarado came back to score several knockdowns and a knockout.
One thing that seems Barboza taking advantage of so far in the early rounds is his reach advantage. It's about a 3-inch reach advantage in favor of Barboza.
Yeah, Mike Alvarado never known as being much of a boxer or a jabber. You know, kind of a wade-in guy. Take some shots. You hit me once, I'll hit you. You know, you hit me twice, I'll hit you once if I can. But you know, he tends to take a lot of damage on the way in.
Taking some damage here early as Barboza goes back to the right hand uppercut, finds the chin of Alvarado.
It was a good try there by Alvarado. It was good timing on that overhand right.
Body shot with the left hand from Barboza. And if you're Alvarado, how much of it is timing with a younger fighter who's got a reach advantage against you?
You know, it looks like Barboza has a speed advantage as well. So George Foreman always said that timing beats speed. So Alvarado, you know, being the older guy, the veteran, you know, he's got that power, but you know, timing can beat that speed of the younger man, Arnold Barboza.
Barboza working the uppercuts in Barboza's 20 fights in his professional career, just 7 knockouts.
Good body shot there by Barboza.
Unrelenting combination so far from Barboza as Alvarado stands in and takes the punishment.
Barboza showing really good balance tonight. You know, cutting angles, landing good power punches, sitting down on his punches. Like you said, not known as a puncher, having only 7 knockouts in his 20 wins, but tonight showing some good pop.
Those uppercuts especially.
And the body work.
Yeah.
Primarily that left hook to the body. He's been throwing quite hard.
A 3-punch combination as Barboza steps aside, tries to get position in the center of the ring. Alvarado came back with 2 left hooks.
Little smile from Mike Alvarado as that bell rang to end round number 2.
And Alvarado, you talked about it there briefly at the beginning of the second round, Chris. but he is taking a ton of punches right now and not getting the rhythm he would like.
Yeah, no, he's not finding his range. Barboza is keeping him where he wants him at the end of his longer reach, his longer 3-inch reach advantage. Throwing combinations, coming with those right uppercuts, ripping those things, and also finishing to left hook to the body quite often. Yeah, Alvarado having trouble finding his range to get his power shots off.
And Alvarado has missed a couple times with those Hail Mary overhand rights. And Barboza, credit to him and his training camp, has defended it very well, sees it coming and prepares for it.
Yeah, Alvarado's throwing them from a little too far away. And it's a little too soon in the game to be throwing those Hail Mary bombs. As Barboza is able to, early on, first couple rounds, everyone's got great reactions. Barboza's seeing these shots coming from a mile away.
Alvarado, the former champion, winning the WBO World Super Lightweight title back in 2013. Trying to find a path back to a title defense. At 140 pounds, comes the prospects. Arnold Barboza Jr. is a great test. Barboza Jr. looking to make a name for himself here on the undercard of the Lomachenko fight in front of his hometown fans and against a well-known fighter as Alvarado on the receiving end. And some combinations by Barboza, and Alvarado lands on his back and he can't get up. Alvarado grasping for the ropes, and Alvarado is done. Arnold Barboza Jr. defends his title in front of his hometown crowd.
Like you said, not known as a puncher, but tonight came out, was setting his feet, was landing, knew his game plan, stuck to it, and Mike Alvarado was not taking those punches well. Didn't seem like he had that iron jaw like he used to, and that was a good stoppage. He was very hurt there at the end.
Maybe the signature win that Arnold Barboza Jr. needs to set himself up for a title shot later this year.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're seeing this replay here. I believe it was the right uppercut, left hook combination. And you saw the grimace from Alvarado after that combination landed. You can tell he got hurt. Straight right hand ended it. Didn't see it. And it's always the punch that you don't see that hurts the most. We'll see that again from a different angle. Here comes that straight right hand.
It was that left that started off the whole thing, Chris. You're right.
Bang, right there. He blinded him with the left jab, put the right hand right behind it, put it right on his chin, and that's all she wrote. Great win for Barboza. This catapults him into contender status. He is no longer a prospect. He has beaten a former world champion. These are steps that all young fighters have to overcome in order to enter that contender status, which is exactly what Barboza wants to be doing.
Lupe Contreras will make it official for us inside the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end with an official time of 49 seconds of round number 3. Your winner by way of KO, still NABF Junior Super Lightweight Champion from South El Monte, California, Arnold Barboza Jr.
An ecstatic, and rightfully so, Arnold Barboza Jr. retaining his NABF Junior Super Lightweight Championship. And as Chris Algieri said, from a prospect to a contender with a dominant knockout performance against Mike Alvarado. And no better place to do it, Chris, than in front of your hometown crowd. The Staples Center in the city you grew up in.
You can say that again, especially doing an emphatic way just like this. You're going to see that left hand blinds Alvarado, straight right hand right on the button, puts his man down, and he just could not get his legs back within the 10 seconds to beat the count. He tried though. Mike, being the warrior that he always has been, tried at his best to get up, but the damage was done. He had taken too much punishment already, so this is one of those situations. I'm sure Alvarado's going to go back with his family and his team and talk about what's next.
Alvarado falls to 40-5 in his illustrious career, age 38. Not sure what the future holds for him. Arnold Barboza Jr. is now 21-0, and the 27-year-old has picked up his 8th knockout of his career. And on the card, Vasily Lomachenko with eyes around the world tuning in. What a statement by Arnold Barboza Jr.
Good mutual respect between the fighters. Love to see that after a fight. Exchanging words and hugs. You know, that's what it's all about.
We will move on to our headlining bouts in just a few minutes with Tommy Karpency and Gilberto Zerdo Ramirez starting things off in a 10-round light heavyweight bout. And then the WBA, WBO World Lightweight titles are on the line as Vasily Lomachenko defends against Anthony Crolla. Ramirez steps up to the light heavyweight division for the first time and fights Tommy Karpency from Ada, Pennsylvania. As Ramirez, you've talked about it, Chris, all night long. The jump from 168, where he has been undefeated and extremely comfortable, a title holder that he has not relinquished by stepping up to 175. This is a test. It's a test not only for Ramirez, how does his body handle the 175, but can he legitimately contend at this weight class? Yeah,
you know, he's testing the water, as you said. You know, he's maintained his title. He's going up there. He's going to see how he feels in the ring tonight. You know, and that tells me that there's a lot of questions about that. So, you know, interested to see how he handles that.
Vasily Lomachenko, Anthony Crolla will be our main event of the evening. It's Lomachenko's mandatory defense of his WBA belt. Both the WBA and WBO belts are on the line. You've talked about it. Anthony Crolla